We've been told the same story time and time again. The limits and the doubts, the what ifs and whens. But now we see through the layers, we're peeling them away, digging down to the truth where the possibilities. We've carried the weight, we've held back the tears, but now we're ready to face all our fears. No more I can't, we're asking how could I. We're reaching for the stars, aiming for the sky. With every layer we peel, we're getting to the core, finding the strength, discovering more. We're flipping the script, rewriting the theme, setting our sights on the impossible dream. Where I'm peeling the onion, shedding the doubt. With every layer gone, we're turning it out. We see the opportunities, they're all around. With confidence growing, our feet on the ground. We're changing the story, we're flipping the page, unlocking the door, stepping out of the cage. Our energy's rising, our spirits are free. We're unpeeling the onion, discovering the real me. We've been told the same story time and time again. The limits and the doubts, the what ifs and whens. But now we see through the layers, we're peeling them away, digging down to the truth where the possibilities live. We've carried the weight, we've held back the tears, but now we're ready to face all our fears. No more I can't, we're asking how could I. We're reaching for the stars, aiming for the sky. With every layer we peel, we're getting to the core, finding the strength, discovering more. We're flipping the script, rewriting the theme, setting our sights on the impossible dream. Where I'm peeling the onion, shedding the doubt. With every layer gone, we're turning it out. We see the opportunities, they're all around. With confidence growing, our feet on the ground. We're changing the story, we're flipping the page, unlocking the door, stepping out of the cage. Our energy's rising, our spirits are free. We're unpeeling the onion, discovering the real me. We set our minds to focus, tuning into success. The stories we told ourselves, now we reassess. No longer stuck in the I can't or the not enough. We're stronger, we're braver, we're calling life's bluff. The reticular system set, we see the signs. The world is full of chances and they're clearly aligned. We're growing in power, in esteem and grace. With every new challenge we find our place. With every layer we peel, we're getting to the core, finding the strength, discovering more. We're flipping the script, rewriting the theme, setting our sights on the impossible dream. We're unpeeling the onion, shedding the doubt. With every layer gone, we're turning it out. We see the opportunities, they're all around. With confidence growing, our feet on the ground. We're changing the story, we're flipping the page, unlocking the door, stepping out of the cage. Our energy's rising, our spirits are free. We're unpeeling the onion, discovering the real me. Not afraid to dig deep to uncover the past. We know that this journey will set us free at last. With every tear, every fear, we're letting it go. And what's left behind is the light that will grow. We're seeing the world through a brand new lens. Opportunities knocking and we're welcoming friends. We're rising each day in confidence and grace, embracing the challenge, we found our place. We're unpeeling the onion, shedding the doubt. With every layer gone, we're turning it out. We see the opportunities, they're all around. With confidence growing, our feet on the ground. We're changing the story, we're flipping the page, unlocking the door, stepping out of the cage. Our energy's rising, our spirits are free. We're unpeeling the onion, discovering the real me. So here we stand in the light we've found, no longer weighed down. We're soaring unbound. We've unpeeled the onion, we've let the light out. feel the light. Every day's a brand new ride. Size 10 fitting right. In the mirror my own delight. Menu never check for price. Time like every dish is mine. Gifts flow from my hands. Joy's a currency I stand by. Dare to dream, dare to live. Every moment something's got to give. Building castles in the sky, just for you and I. Tonight we fly so high. In our dreams we never say goodbye. Weekly dates under starlit beams. Candle lights and shared daydreams. Keys to homes, our love's legacy. Doors open wide to family, friends, and laughter on sandy shores. Every holiday opens new doors. Shut the laptop and the chore. Now it's for loved ones, nothing more. Dare to dream, dare to live. Every moment something's got to give. Building castles in the sky, just for you and I. Tonight we fly so high. In our dreams we never say goodbye. The happy team around me thrives. Together we reach for the skies. Calls that warm the coldest nights. In circles where passion ignites. An expert touch, a heartfelt guide. Changing lives one smile at a time. Applause the echoes of my strides. Testimonials of uplifted lives. Dare to dream, dare to live. Every moment something's got to give. Building castles in the sky, just for you and I. Tonight we fly so high. In our dreams we never say goodbye. So here's to dreams, both big and small. In our daring hearts we hold them all together. Let's rise and never fall. With every heartbeat we answer the call. We've walked this road for so long, with hope in our hearts and a vision so strong. Every step we've taken, every lesson learned, has led us to this moment. The tables have turned. The future is calling. It's brighter than before. We're ready to open every waiting door. No more waiting, no more delay. We're chasing our dreams, come what may. The stars are aligning, the path is clear. We're on our way, our time is here. It's our time, we're on the rise. Reaching for our dreams, no compromise. Every day we're closer, every step we take. We're moving forward, no matter what's at stake. It's our time, the world's in sight. We're on our way, shining bright, with hearts on fire and eyes that bleed. It's our time to live the dream. We face the storms,
Hi, everybody. It's our time. It's our time. It's our time. If you were here for the last few minutes, that is my AI music that I have created. I love writing my own music. Well, AI writing my music. But what I love doing is putting my mantras, so the kind of opposite of the stuff that gets in your way, the mind monkeys that get in your way, into music, and then listening to it, putting it to some sort of Taylor Swift style beat. So everything that you heard before I came live there was just my AI ramblings put into a lovely little AI tool and turned into music. I can teach you how to do that if you are interested. Hello, Julie. Hello, Maureen. Anybody else who is live, please say hello to me in the chat. I am watching the chat on my phone and I'm watching the chat on YouTube. Yes. So I can see if there are any questions. Thank you so much for coming back to watch this. Hopefully you've done your AI Supersheet. I know you all haven't had a chance to do it. We've been in a few conversations today and I totally get it. Life gets in the way. If you haven't done your AI Supersheet yet, I'm going to try and keep this to less than an hour tonight. And I'm going to suggest that you do it right after this session. When we implement, so it's so easy to do things at some point in the future, right? And I do it all the time myself. So everything I say is never with this, I'm perfect at this and you're all bad. Like, it's not that at all. I'm calling myself out here as well. I've been doing something today that I really need to do because I've got a dead important meeting in the morning. And if I didn't have the dead important meeting in the morning, I'm not totally sure I would have been as focused today as I actually have been. So I want to try and focus your brain by saying, if you have your AI Supersheet ready to go before 8:30 tonight, you're going to be in with a chance of winning a prize. So let me motivate you to take action, right? And we just need the first version of your AI Supersheet. We don't need anything that's perfect. Your answers don't need to be absolutely spot on. They just need to be the first version. So we're starting to teach AI about you. Okay. Has anybody got any questions before we start? Please let me know if you have any questions. Let me just make sure that this is streaming properly in the right places. I think it is without a glitch tonight, but you can never tell with technology. Here we go. Yes, you're going to do it straight away, Maureen. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. Brilliant. Right, let's get started. Tonight, I'm going to introduce you to the AI post vending machine. So before I show you the strategy of that, I want to tell you why I'm introducing this to you and what my take on AI is. For most small business owners that I work with, AI is just another thing on their plate. It's something that they know that they need to lean into in some way, but they don't usually, and this may or may not be you, but they don't usually want to know loads and loads of detail about it, like how to vibe code apps and websites and, do things that are pretty complex. They want to know generally how it can speed things up that they don't love doing. How can it be kind of replace them a little bit, but in a really authentic way? So how can it do some of the jobs that take you a lot of time? And it's just about to get you to your Dare to Dream goal that we talked about yesterday. So your Dare to Dream goal is that massive goal that totally lights you up, right? And everybody should have one. And life is dead exciting when you have one. Something happened today to get me significantly closer to my Dare to Dream goal, and I'm dead excited. But if I didn't have that Dare to Dream goal, that thing probably wouldn't have happened because I wouldn't have done the actions to get me closer to it, right? So it's like I love entering a competition. And the reason that I love entering a competition is it gives me hope and optimism. And it also puts me in the arena. So at the majority of competitions I enter, I do not win. You'll not be surprised to hear that. But I do win some. And I can't win any if I'm not in the arena. But if I keep, so I've got a brilliant client and friends who, one of my strategies is to enter one competition a day, right? And if you ever work with me, that's what you'll find out. That's one of the things that I'll challenge you to do on your working days. It's really good fun. It's such a fun activity. And one of my military members said to me about 6 months ago, could I enter 5 competitions a day? And I'm like, on you go. And guess what happened? So she entered 5 competitions a day, every working day for, it was probably only about 5 weeks. So she didn't, 5 competitions didn't win, 5 competitions didn't win, 5 competitions didn't win. About 5 weeks in, she won a big prize. And she posted about it on social media and she tagged me and she said, Julie Begbie suggested that I enter a competition every day. I've been entering 5 and I've just won this. And everybody was like, oh my God, that's amazing. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Was she lucky? Was she lucky? Or did she just do the things to put herself in the arena to get to that big goal that she'd set herself? It was about 10 days later. I was going to say less than 2 weeks. It's about 10 days later, she won another competition, right? I don't know if she's won any more since. She hasn't told me. She might have. But if she hasn't, the odds are she's going to win another one in the near future, right? Because she's entering 5 competitions a day. Brilliant strategy. Everything is simple, but not easy. Everything in life is simple, but not easy. But if we were totally rational and we had no nonsense going on in our heads, we could all just do the things we need to do to get to where we want to go. But so many of us have not thought about what that big thing is, where we want to go, right? So setting that really big, massive goal helps you then to work backwards and go, well, what do I need to do today to get closer to it? And that came from, so this teaching of mine has come from 2 places. Firstly, 20 years ago, I was working in an investment bank and I was delivering a appraisal workshop to a group of managers. And each of these managers had, so the way that the appraisals worked was you were appraised on your job description and one other objective that you agreed with your manager where it was linked to like the goal of the organization. So this was the job that you did, but if the organization was really driving the number of followers or it was really driving the number of sales in a particular area or whatever, that was agreed right at the top of the organization, and then it was decanted down so that everybody had their own individual goal that together was pushing that whole organization forward. It's a pretty simple appraisal idea, but it's dead effective, right? When it works. However, back 20 years ago in the investment banking industry, bonuses and pay rises were eye-watering. And how you got a good bonus or pay rise was dependent on the grade you got in your appraisal. So there were 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most people should be a 3. It's called the bell curve. If you've ever worked in HR, you'll be really familiar with this. If you've not, just let me explain it to you. 80% of people, and you'll know this from ever having a job, 80% of people go into work and they do their job really well, exactly as they're paid for. That's exactly what we expect. That's what they get paid for. That isn't exceptional. We need to give them a huge pay rises and huge bonuses. But some people are exceptional. Like they go way beyond what they're expected to do. And some people are less than good. They're really trying to get away with the least they can do. So that's why there was this scale of 1 to 5. 5 was you need to be in performance management. We're going to kind of get you out the door if you don't buck your ideas up. And 1 was you're absolutely exceptional. We cannot lose you. We want to totally reward you. 80% of people should be a 3, right? But they weren't. What happened was these managers had got in the habit of giving people like 1s and 2s. So giving people that whole, gosh, you're absolutely amazing at what you do. And they were probably good, but they were probably like just doing what they were paid for. So my job when I walked into this organization, I'd just been 2P transferred into it from a different investment organization. And my job was to help these managers have difficult conversations with their teams so that they had to say to them, I gave you a 1 last year. Well, now you're a 3. Like, it's quite a hard conversation to have. So anyway, I was sent in to deliver this message. And when I was delivering the training, what HR had decided was, I will get on to AI in a minute, I promise. But there's a reason why I'm telling you this. So what HR decided was that every manager could only give out one more than effective appraisal, right? Everybody else had to be a 3 or less if they weren't doing well, but everybody in the team had to be a 3 apart from one person. That was it, because they'd kept having these conversations going, it's 80%, and all the managers were going, yeah, 80% of the organization, but not my team. My team are amazing. The HR department are like, we can't afford to give out these pay rises and bonuses anymore. So you can have one. Each manager can nominate one person for more than effective. So anyway, these 12 managers I'm delivering to, they all report into the same manager, right? So they're all fighting for this one more than effective appraisal. So I say to them, okay, we know that the appraisal system is you're appraised against your job, and then we have that one additional objective that links into the mission of the company or the vision of the company or the goal of the company. I want you to just write down what that additional objective is on a Post-it note. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it in a wall, we're going to group them together, and we're going to see how much impact this team had in terms of the overall success of the organization, right? So I explain it like this. They've all got Post-it note and pen in front of them. One of them writes it down and 11 of them look at me blankly. So as a trainer, it's my job to communicate effectively, right? So if I say something and people don't get it, it's my job to make sure that I communicate it in a different way. So I communicate in a way that works for the people that are sitting in front of me or watching me on here, right? That's my job. So I thought, oh gosh, I mustn't have explained that well. So I tried to re-explain it, and they're still looking at me. And one of them says to me, Julie, I'm not being funny, but did we get a letter or something? Did we get some sort of invite telling us to bring that objective along? And I was like, well, first of all, I don't do the admin for training courses. I'm the show pony. Like, I'm the talent here. So I don't know if you got a letter or not, but I all I'm asking you to do is write down that one objective that you're working towards, just that one objective, right? 12 people in the room, only one person actually knew it. And the reason why the other 11 didn't know it is it had been a year since it had been agreed with their manager. And 11 people out of 12 took that objective, wrote it down, so it was very paper-based appraisal system at that point, and put it in a drawer and did nothing. Maybe did the odd thing. One of those 12 wrote down the objective on a Post-it note, put it on our computer, and she told me before she logged off every single night, she looked at that Post-it note and went, have I done something today to get me closer to that objective? So she's telling the whole room this, right? And I'm going, wow, that's a brilliant example of it's simple, but it's not easy, because if it was easy, all 12 of them would have been doing it. But it's pretty simple, right? It's a pretty simple principle. Set yourself a big goal, do one thing every day to get you closer to it, right? So you can see the other 11 managers in the room are starting to feel uncomfortable, because I am standing in front of a flip chart where I have drawn on the bell curve showing that 80% of people get a 3 appraisal and only one person in each team gets a more than effective, right? I'm literally standing in front of that. They're looking straight at it, and they're watching this woman who's called Suzanne, like hold up her objective. So one of them says to Suzanne, how did you remember that, Suzanne? So that's when she says, oh, I put it on a Post-it note, I put it on my computer, and every night before I turn my computer off, I do something towards achieving it. So you can just see the room going, oh, do you? Oh, well. So one of them goes, well, Suzanne, I'm not being funny, but if you'd done that, would you not have achieved it ages ago? Like every day, raging. And Suzanne goes, yeah, I did achieve the first one ages ago. So then what I did was I went back to Alan, our boss, and I said, Alan, you know that objective that I agreed that's going to help move the organization forward? Well, I've achieved that now. Let me just show you what I've done. Is there something else that I can help you with? Is there something else? Can you give me a different objective? And the room are going, okay. And Suzanne goes, so this is my third objective since we had our appraisal a year ago. And we just all stand in silence in the room looking at Suzanne, and we're all thinking exactly the same as I'm thinking. Well, it's an absolute no-brainer. Who's going to get the more than effective appraisal in this room? I didn't know any of them. I did not know Suzanne. It turned out Suzanne was no more educated. She was no more experienced. She had nothing else different about her other than she had the ability to focus on a goal and take action towards it. Because that was 20 years ago, I now know that Suzanne is sitting on the board of that company. I don't know what's happened to the rest of them. Maybe some of them are on the board as well. I doubt it. That has powerfully stayed with me for the last 20 years since that lesson. It has been followed up by me having another incident on a training course. I've worked in learning and development on and off for 30 years, where I asked people to write down a personal objective. So we were talking about objectives again, talk about objectives a lot. And I asked everybody to write down a personal objective and not show it to anybody, but just like put it somewhere where they could see it and take one action towards it. This is my advice to everybody since I got to know Suzanne. And everybody did that. And about 6 months later, a woman who had been on the course where I told them to do that came back on a different course that I was running. And it came to the break and she waited for me and she said, Julie, can I just tell you something? I'm like, yes. I didn't even remember her. I'm bad with faces. It's okay online because I can see your names. If I ever meet you in the street, don't think that I'm being rude. I'm not very good with faces. Like, tell me who you are. So she said, when you asked me to write down that personal objective, I wrote down that I wanted to emigrate to Australia. And I hadn't done anything about it. It'd just been a thought in my head. She said, but that night I went and I Googled, how do you emigrate to Australia? And she said, I've just done one small thing every day. And now I'm going next month. How amazing was that? It made me so emotional. The power of having that big goal and taking the daily action. So let's bring that back into business. Hopefully you've got the big goal, or if you haven't, I can help you with that. And I'll tell you tomorrow night how I can help you with that. But you probably already have that. You probably have that vision of perfect future vision of your business this time next year. If we had the magic wand, which I rock out every time I speak to somebody one-to-one, if we had the magic wand and I could just go, boop, this time next year, what would your business look like? Right. If you know that, all we need to do now is we need to go, right, well, what are the daily actions that we need to take to get there? And there's two things that you need to do. First thing is you need to grow your audience. You need to be visible. And I'll talk briefly to that tomorrow night. But what I'm going to show you tonight is how to be visible. So how to be visible to that audience. What I find, so let's just look at social media and how AI can help you be visible on social media. There are loads of ways you can be visible, but an easy one for AI to help you with is social media, right? You can be pretty omnipresent using AI. In the absence of any sort of strategy, what tends to happen is people think of a post, they post it, and then they can't think of a post the next day, so they don't know what to post, and then they haven't posted for 2 days, and it all becomes like a big mess in your head. When actually, what I've found works brilliantly for me and my clients is to have a system where I go, post this on a Monday, post this on a Tuesday, post this on a Wednesday, this on a Thursday, this on a Friday. So I'm going to tell you what those things are. But before I do that, just like last night, we're going to have a competition for your light bulb moment. Let me just see if my picture has appeared. Yes. So if you were here last night, you know what to do. If you go to facebook.com/Julie Begbie, then you will see my Facebook personal profile. This picture of me, which is very pink, it's put a pink border around it because it's not square. So it's picked up on my pink jumper and it's put on. So that's different from the one last night, because last night I was wearing, that was this morning. Last night I was wearing the leopard print. It's another Scamp and Dude number. Absolutely love Scamp and Dude. If you go over to that post and you post your light bulb moment, so what you have learned from this session tonight, just before I finish up, which will be before 8 o'clock tonight, I will pick a winner and I will send you my book. And I have my book is on the way to you from last night, Julie. Okay. Let's go. Right. So hopefully you have your AI Supersheet, or you have a plan to create your AI Supersheet right after this. If you have arrived here with your AI Supersheet, you're going to love this. We can do this together. If you haven't, then watch what I'm going to show you and do it right after. So do it before tomorrow. So light bulb moment giveaway, we've talked about. The daily post vending machine. I came up with this to make visibility fun, because why shouldn't business be fun? Why shouldn't you be happier? Why shouldn't it feel easy? What I want you to visualize is every day you go, oh, I need to post something on social media. You press a button, it comes out, we humanize it. We always humanize everything and we post it, right? It's as straightforward as that. It's like going to a vending machine and getting a bag of crisps. There are 5 types of posts that I recommend. The first one that we post on a Monday is a story. So why do we post a story post? A story post is a little bit behind the scenes, a little bit about me, a little bit about me sharing things that are important to me, right? So if you I don't know if we're friends on Facebook, if we're not friends on Facebook, friend request me. But I did a post this morning about the fact that I am in conversations with a few of you about different things. So one about cruises, one about Scamp and Dude, and one about Walt Disney World, right? Those are all my favorite subjects to talk about. So I've had some delightful conversations today. Why are we having those conversations? We're having those conversations because I told you last night that that's what I love, right? So now you're like you're connecting with me over it. So that's a bit about my story. It's not, hey, I'm a AI business mentor and this is my website and these are my offers. Like, it's not that. It's like, I was going to do a post there. I'll probably will do it. I was going to do a post earlier. Like tonight, my favorite dinner plate was available. Do you have a favorite dinner plate? And favorite cutlery. And sometimes it's in the dishwasher and sometimes it's not. It's just one of these plates. And it's a Christmas plate. It's all very weird. But it's my favorite dinner plate and it totally made my night. And I was going to post about it. And I haven't yet, but I probably will a bit later or maybe tomorrow. Anyway, the point is, you get to know me, right? You get to know how quirky and unprofessional I am. And you either like that or you don't, right? People are always buying people. So you are the person behind your business. On a Monday, I want you to share in words something about your story. On a Tuesday, I want you to share a DM question. What do I mean by a DM question? A DM question is a question that invites people to message you. So invites people to respond to your question. So I might put up a question. So I can't remember what my question was today because I had it scheduled. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. But I might put up a question that says, do you prefer Claude or ChatGPT? Right. Most people will scroll past that question. But somebody might comment below or message me and go, actually, I've only ever used ChatGPT. Is it easy to swap across to Claude? Now we're in a conversation, right? And all connections, relationships, and ultimately sales come from conversations. The more conversations you have, the more people are likely to buy from you, whether you've got a product or a service, because people are always buying people. So on a Tuesday, we post a question. That question could be, how do you eat your cream egg? Like it could be, what do you prefer? I don't know, like sweet potatoes or normal potatoes, like anything, could be anything. Doesn't even have to be business related. But if you do one that's kind of slightly related to your business, now I'm having a conversation with someone about AI, right? And I can potentially help them with AI. So it might eventually go down that, let me tell you how I can help you, or it might not. But we've got that opportunity, right? If we do the DM question. On Wednesday, we post a video, and the video is people getting to know you like this. So they get to know your voice, they get to know your mannerisms, They can see the age that you are. They can see that if whether you like Scamperdood or not. They can have a nosy at the background, what's going on. And this is my dining room, like what's going on in my dining room. You can see some pictures of my kids and my family up there. People like to see you. The more people feel that they know you, the more likely they're going to trust you and the more likely they're going to buy from you, right? On a Thursday, we create a post that is how to buy. So we want to tell people how they can buy from us at least once a week, ideally more often than that. But what I find is either small business owners tell people how to buy from them all the time, or they never tell you how to buy from them because they don't want to be salesy. I want you to think about sales like Marks and Spencer's. So if you've had a one-to-one with me, you'll have heard me saying this. So forgive me for repeating, but it's dead important if you've not heard this. Marks and Spencer's has a shop. So you walk up to Marks and Spencer's shop and there's Marks and Spencer's on the outside of it. There's Marks and Spencer's on the door as you walk through. There's Marks and Spencer's on every item of clothing that you go through to get to the food bit. There's Marks and Spencer's on the packaging of all the food. There's Marks and Spencer's on the bag that you put the food in. There's Marks and Spencer's on the uniforms of the people that are serving you. You walk back out of Marks and Spencer's, you see an ad for Marks and Spencer's on a bus. You get on the bus, you open your phone, you go into Facebook, and because I've said Marks and Spencer's loads of times, you'll see an advert for Marks and Spencer's on your Facebook, and then you see a magazine and there's an ad for Marks and Spencer's. You go home, you put the telly's an ad for Marks and Spencer's, right? Nobody goes, I'm raging with Marks and Spencer's. They're just dead salesy. They're forcing me to buy from them. Because they're not, right? They're doing their job. They're going, totally up to you whether you buy from Marks and Spencer's or not. But we want to remind you what we sell. We want to remind you that we're here. We want to remind you about that gin that we get in mid-November that has the lights in it that everybody wants, but sells out dead quickly. Our job is to remind you that it's there. Your job is to decide whether you're going to get in the car and rush up and get it. It's totally up to you. But their job as a business is just to remind you that they exist. That is our job as business owners. But we think that everybody thinks, oh, that's dead salesy. She's dead salesy. She's just trying to rip me off. She's trying to force me to buy from her. People don't think that. Like, people don't think that about Marks and Spencer's, and they don't think it about you. So tomorrow night, we're going to talk more about this kind of mind monkeys that stop us from being as visible as we should be. So on a Thursday, we're going to tell people how to buy from us. And on a Friday, we're going to share a testimonial. The very best thing that you can do, the very best way to persuade people that your product or service is worthwhile investing in is by sharing what other people have said about it. So if you haven't got any testimonials, I suggest that you go out and you start to gather them. A really easy way to get testimonials for free in a very credible holder is to register for Google reviews. So you do that through your Google account. It's called Google Business Profile. It's completely free. And then you can share that link and ask people to leave you a Google review. At the end of this week, I will ask you to leave me a Google review. I would never ask you to leave me a good one, but I will ask you to leave me one. And I hope that I've delivered. So whatever reviews I get will be on me, but I hope that I've delivered something that's useful to you. And I ask you if you wouldn't mind just sharing that in so that then in future I can go, oh, if you're a bit skeptical about this free training, look at what somebody else said about it. And then people might go, oh, I might actually come along to it. Because even when something's free, people are still a bit like, not sure, maybe it'll be rubbish. So those are the 5 types of posts that I recommend. Giving you 5 types of posts takes away that I don't know what to post. I just want you to post one of them, right? And in a minute, I'm going to give you a tool that's going to create these posts using your AI Supersheet. And then I want you to see if you can create one of these posts and share it before 9 o'clock tonight. If you can share it before 9 o'clock tonight, you're going to go into a draw. If you can share one, so if you're watching this on replay and you share one before 7 o'clock tomorrow night on a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, you'll go into another draw. But the one posted by 9 o'clock tonight will have a bigger prize than the one at 7 o'clock tomorrow because you guys are live. And I really want to encourage you to take action immediately. Okay. So we've talked about that, right? The process is I'm going to give you another link like I gave you last night. You're going to upload your AI Supersheet. You're going to choose a post type. It's going to spit a post out of the vending machine and you're going to humanize it. So let me show you. I am going to put in both YouTube. Hi, Tina. It's great to see you. In both YouTube and in Facebook. I'm going to put the link that you need. Where did that go? Yeah, here we go. Oh, got a spelling mistake in that. I'll do it again. So it's juliebegbie.com/VM. That stands for vending machine. So the initials of vending machine, juliebegbie.com VM. So we're going to put it in the URL, remember, right at the very top, just like we did last time. Good evening, Tina. Let me just put it on Facebook as well. So juliebegbie.com/VM, and then I'll put it in to my URL and I'll show you what it does. Oh, Louise, sorry, I've just seen your question. What kind of content would the video be? Anything at all. The vending machine can spit out a script for you. So I'll show you that. But really, ideally, your videos are going to be answering the questions that are in the minds of your clients or your customers. So for me, one thing that comes up all the time about AI is, what's the environmental impact? Am I really going to be like destroying the planet if I lean into this? So a great short video for me would be talking about the environmental impact of AI and how you can mitigate it and be mindful about it. Just a short video, just like less than a minute. People's attention spans are short these days. Right, let me share my screen. Let me get it to load. Let me just, yes, here we go. Okay. So this is the Daily Post vending machine. How cute is it? What we're going to do is we're going to upload our AI Supersheet. So we're going to scroll down to this part of the screen that says your AI Supersheet, upload. We're going to click on upload. You're going to find it on your laptop. You're going to click it, and then you're going to click go. Okay, did you see that? So we went to the upload the Supersheet bit, we clicked on the arrow, we found it on our laptop, we clicked go, and it uploaded it. Now we've got a vending machine that completely understands your business. How cool is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, right, here's the video script. So let me answer your question. So video script, I'm going to click on that one. So we can click on any of these 5 types of posts. I'm going to click on video script. Go down to the bottom. I'm going to click on next. So one question, what's the one thing you want to say directly to your ideal customer in today's video? So I'm going to go, AI is not killing the environment. So I can just put in a couple of words like that. Oh, let me see if I can do that again. Let me try a different type of post. So I'm going to go. This was working perfectly about half an hour ago. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute and let me see if I can quickly troubleshoot. But if I can't fix it when we're online, I'll go in, I'll fix it right after this. So let me just see if I can get it to work again. What it should do, let's see. So what it should do is, oh, do you know what it is? Oh, do you know what it is? It's because I was, Hold on. Right, my balance is gonna reset, so it's because of my Claude balance is too low because I was working on it right up to the second we finished here. Okay. Right, give me a second. Let me see if I can top it up. So before I came on here, I was working with Claude all day. I'm just signing in here. Creating an app that is going to be, I think you're going to absolutely love. But I knew I was running out of tokens, but it didn't occur to me that it was going to stop this from working tonight. So let me. Hold on. Sorry, just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Right. What I'm going to do is I am going to show you in theory how this works, and then I'm going to jump off. I'm going to fix this, but I think I'm going to have to go over to my other laptop, and you're going to be a bit bored sitting watching me. Yeah. So let me just show you in theory what this does. I'll go back. So I'll have this fixed in 10 minutes after we finish, right? So effectively, you choose the post, and then it'll appear here. See where it says invalid request error, your credit balance is too low. That will be an actual post. And you click on copy post. And then what you do is you would go to wherever you want to post it. So say I want to post it on Facebook. I would just go here. I would paste the post. Actually, hold on. I might have it. Let me see. I might have it in a different format. Hold on. See. Sorry, guys. No, what? Yeah, I do have it in a different format, but I don't think I can find it quickly for you. GPTs. Hold on. Just give me 2 minutes. Oh, here. Oh, here. Right. Right, let's try this again. So this is just a different way of accessing the same thing. This is more similar to what we did last night. So let's go. Here's my Supersheet. Give me today's post. So what we're going to do is we're going to upload your Supersheet. So to upload it, you just click on this plus. You click add files. You find the file on your laptop and you upload your AI Supersheet, right? Now, here we go. So in this one, we reply with a number. So 1 is a story, 2 is a tip, 3 is behind the scenes, 4 is offer spotlight, 5 is right. So let's go 3. Okay, what are you working on right now? So again, you just put in a couple of words. So I'm going to go, what am I working on right now? Creating an app for daily growth activities for my members. Okay. So what did I learn, change, or notice while doing it? It is super easy. What do you want your audience to take from this? Business can be easy. So 3 questions. And it comes up with, here we go. There's the post. So it's taken what I've said here and it's taken what's in my AI Supersheet and it's come up with something I can simply copy. And where's Facebook? I can go into Facebook and I can paste it. But before I hit next or add a photo to it, I would normally put a photo of me on it. I'm going to read it. So it says, I'm building something for my happy AI club members. And honestly, it made me laugh a bit. I wouldn't say honestly, so I'm going to take out honestly. What we want to do is we want to make sure that it sounds like us. So if there's anything in here that you wouldn't say, you change it. So I'm creating an app for their daily activities to keep people growing, keep them learning, keep building confidence with AI in business. And the thing I've noticed is it's actually been super easy. This is the bit I want more business owners to know. Business owners doesn't have to be heavy, complicated. Sometimes you just need a better way of working. What's one part of your business you'd love to feel easier this week? What I would do, I would add a photo of me. See if I can find one. There we go. There's a magic photo of me. And then so once I'd humanized it, I would just hit post. Okay. So you get the gist. I'm going to fix the other one for you and I'm going to share the link and we won't do it by 9 o'clock. What we'll do is we'll do a competition for anybody that does an AI vending machine post by 7 o'clock tomorrow night so that you don't, in case I don't get it up and running immediately. But I know what's happened with the Claude thing. You don't need to worry about the fact it's Claude. The other link that I gave you, I will just go and fix the tokens in that and I will share it with you. But in the meantime, you can play about with this one. So let me share the link for the one that I've just used that is working. Copy link. So I'm going to share that on YouTube and in the Facebook group. I'll share. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So I will. So yeah, that's the link that I'm going to fix for you. Right. So your schedule is post 1 vending machine post between now and tomorrow. I want you to prove to yourself how much difference the AI Supersheet makes and how easy it is just to pick a post from the vending machine. And then I want you to do another one in the next 24 hours and then another one in the next 24 hours. And I want you to create the habit. We just want to keep it simple, but we want to make it habit where we're doing something daily to move us closer to our goals. Okay. So remember this to go and comment on this post and tell me what you have learned tonight. So facebook.com/Julie Begbie. And now I want to answer your questions now, because I haven't been able to show you well, I can show you it all except the response that it gives you. And hopefully I've shown you that in a different way. When this is working, and technology is just like, you just have to get used to the fact that technology is sometimes down. But when this is working, this makes such a difference. It's all about the mindset. It's all about that motivation. It's all about that knowing what to post. And when you've got something, it's like having a coach that goes, just do those reps, just go in that walking machine, just go and do that thing. And you're like, oh, don't necessarily want to do it, but I know that it's going to get me to my goal, right? So it's like having that person telling you what to post, as opposed to you going, oh, I can't think of anything. If you can think of something, you don't need the vending machine. You need the vending machine on the days that you can't think of anything. And it's so important to be consistently visible on social media, because when we are adding new people to our audience all the time, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that tomorrow night, but when we're adding new people to our audience all the time, then letting them see what we're all about is the bit that builds the relationships, and relationships are the things that enable the sales and help you closer to your goal. Right, let me just double check that there are no questions. And what I'll do is I'll leave the I will leave the Facebook post with the golden nugget up until I'll do the draw just before 7 o'clock tomorrow night, just because it's all gone a little bit glitchy tonight. So I'll give anybody that's watching on the replay a chance to comment on that as well. But let me just have a look. AI is really helpful in creating a marketing strategy. Thanks, Jackie. That's great. So Jackie is in the competition. Jennifer, hopefully you're live here as well. And Tina, I know that you've just joined us. So what I want you to do is think about anything that you've learned from me over the last 2 nights. Go and pop it over in that post, facebook.com/Julie Begbie. And then at some point tomorrow, probably kind of late afternoon tomorrow, I will pick a winner from that. Yeah, and then we'll do exactly the same thing tomorrow night as well. But let me go and fix the vending machine for you. Once I've fixed it, I'll put it in the Facebook group, and I'll send an email out so that you know that it's fixed and you can play about with it. In the meantime, you can play about with that other link that I've given you, which is the kind of the basis of, it's just not quite as slick, it's not quite as pretty. But I'm just going to go and fix the pretty one for you and get back to you. We are live for the last time tomorrow night. And what I would love you to have done by tomorrow night is to have actually posted something that's come from your AI Supersheet and your vending machine together. So it's come out of the vending machine. You've humanized it, because we always humanize it. We don't just copy what comes out. We always check it. You've humanized it and you've posted it. I want you to be brave, and I want you to post it wherever feels slightly uncomfortable for you. So if you're dead used to posting on Instagram, post it on Facebook. If you're dead used to posting on LinkedIn, or you're dead used to posting it on your Facebook page, post it in your personal profile. Extra points for that. Right, I will see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching on replay. I'm away to fix this for you, and I'll be in touch shortly. Right, take care, everybody.